Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 11 skills you need to make money online. If you perfect one of these, you can make actually a lot of money and you can quit your day job, or you can have this as a side hustle while you're building the skills. So let's explore the skills. So the skill number one is social media manager. Right now you've seen social media, everybody's on social media. Companies are finally understanding the power of social media. All their clients and all their prospects are hanging out in social media. So having that social media manager role is very, very important. And as a business owner, I don't have time to sit down and to do social media myself. So I have to hire somebody in there. It's a lot to take in for sure. So you could do Facebook, you could do Twitter, you could do Google Plus, which is phased out. You can do Instagram, you can do YouTube. So there's so much under the social media manager role. So you might want to pick up one or two and then go deep. You can make a lot of money either if you're working for yourself. That's actually the best way I would advise do it, is basically working for yourself, or you can work for a company doing their social media. But if you're trying to quit a job or you're trying to have a side hustle, I would highly recommend just asking people around you or business owners around you, say, hey, can I just do your social media for a discounted rate or for some sort of a testimonial referral? And that should help you pretty significantly. The second skill is copywriter. Copywriting is an incredible skill to know. It's one of the superpowers right now in the online space. So if you know copywriting, and not even in the online space, in anywhere really. I mean, it's an old skill and it's been around for a long time. But right now in the online space, it's incredible to know. So if you really perfect that, you can make a lot of money. I've seen people pay $50,000 or more for a 5 to 6 email series or one sales page or VSL, which is called video sales letter. So definitely something that you want to take a look at if you're trying to make some substantial amount of money. It's not a skill that you can pick up right away, but there's so many resources out there that you can learn how to be a copywriter. The third skill I'm going to talk to you guys about is graphic designer. There's no surprises in there. It's something that everybody needs. Graphic design, something appealing, something compelling, something that looks good, something that represents brand, and branding is very important. Therefore, it is critical to have a good graphic. So for you right now, if you know how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, and even if you can go in and just learn Canva, it's super easy, and you can really create some really good income, or create a side hustle or a full-time income if you want to be a graphic designer. So it really isn't, those days are gone where you have to be super talented to become a graphic designer. Right now, you just need to know how to use a couple softwares, and I just mentioned Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, or you can use something like Canva or other video photo editors online, and you can create a lot of these graphics for people, and business owners are constantly looking for that. So definitely something that you can do so you can make income online. All right, media buyer, part one. Media buyer is one of the top skills at the moment. And what I mean by media buyer is people who know how to drive traffic to offers. So for example, one of the media buyers I would say is knowing how to use Facebook ads. Facebook ads right now is a super power. So many people on Facebook. How can you target users for companies and match this? So let's say I have an offer, I want to drive traffic to it, I need to run an ads on Facebook. Therefore, if I know how to use Facebook pretty well, you can get conversions and get sales. So therefore, it's super important to know the Facebook ads world if this is something you're interested in, and you can make substantial amount of money. I mean, average clients pays $1,500 a month per month to run their management, and it goes up from there. So imagine all you need is 56 clients per month to make $1 million a year. So that's $80-something thousand a month. That equates to $1 million a year. So it really isn't that hard because it's in demand, and you really need to be good. And media buyer, you need to know a combination of few skills. For example, you need to have somewhat a background in graphic design and then copywriting. So that's one of the cool things. The part 2 in this video is media buyer if you want to be a Google Ads. Right now, everybody's in Google. When something happens, you need to go to Google to get whatever you need to get to, like your faucet broke, you need to go find a plumber or whatever. People always go to Google to find solutions. No more phone books, no more of that stuff. That era is gone. So now people have to use Google. A lot of businesses go directly either to Google or Bing. Bing, it's okay, but Google right now is dominant. But if you know how to use Google, you definitely will know how to use Bing ads. So it's not that really, just change of platform, since one of them is, they're very similar. So it's a skill, it's not gonna go away anytime soon. And if you know how to use Google ads, you will be able to use, to be able to use YouTube ads too, because they live in the same platform and Google owns YouTube. And that's a super, super powerful skill right now. If you know, that's exactly what we do as well. We do a lot of that in Google ads because it just, it works, and it's a good platform to know, and Google is not going away anytime soon. So that's media buyer for you, and definitely I would love for you guys to let me know if this is something that interests you. We have some research about it. The other skill I'm going to talk to you about is web design. Web design is something that doesn't really require that much crazy knowledge in coding anymore. There's a lot of web builders out right now, drag and drop, just like WordPress, Squarespace, Webflow, Squarespace, what's the other one? Wix, yeah. But WordPress is by far one of the top ones right now. You can totally learn that in 6 months. You can become a good web designer, and then from there you can charge between $1,500 to $10,000 per website. So it really isn't something that's really hard to do. You just have to align yourself and learn how to do that skill. And there's plenty of resources which we'll be linking in this video at some point. What I'm going to talk to you about is course creators. So if you are a yoga instructor or a personal trainer, or you know how to do netting, or you're I don't even know, like a lot of skills. Like think about whatever skill that you're really good at. You can create a course on how to achieve something. Or if you are like for us, we're an agency. If we know how to do agency, we create a course about how to start your own agency, which we'll be linking down below once the course is ready. So for us, we can literally give you this blueprint, and you can completely start your own agency without taking time to figure out and waste money. Yeah, I know there's plenty of YouTube videos to show you how to do a lot of things, but guess what? That's the time that's taking. So if you align yourself, you can literally shorten that learning curve, because that's the importance. Money needs speed. So time is money. So you've heard that all the time. So you really need to get closer to your goal as soon as possible. So if someone hands you a blueprint that works, that's in a form of a course. A lot of those courses too, they go from like low-end offer to a high-ticket item, and you can make a substantial amount of money if you know what you're doing and if you are adding value. There's a lot of garbage courses out there, to be honest with you, and the garbage course creators. We don't align with that. It's about a value, and if you add value, people will stick to you. So that's one of the most important ones as well. If you know how to do it, you can make a lot of money online. The other skill is email marketing manager. So if emails right now is one of the top channels out there to generate revenue. So a lot of companies will focus on getting leads, and after you get leads, you need to nurture those leads, you need to create a report, you need to do a lot of that stuff and keep upselling them, because that customer life value is a big deal. So knowing how to use emails, or being an email manager, which requires a little bit of design, a little bit of copywriting, a little bit of coding here and there, but in general, it's such an important skill to know. And if you do it, you can make a really good amount of money. There's a lot of companies that are constantly hiring for email marketing managers. So that's definitely a skill that I would highly recommend. For example, e-commerce, if you know how to use Klaviyo for e-commerce owners, that's an incredible skill to know right now, because so many e-commerce owners are struggling with Klaviyo. They don't know what to do. But if you have that skill, you can have multiple clients and you can work with them running that email. We've had a few friends that are doing this right now, and they're doing really well. So definitely email marketing is something to keep an eye on, and it's a skill that you can pick up within 6 months to a year. The skill I'm going to talk to you guys about is sales closer. So many people are afraid of sales. They don't want to sell, they don't want to close. So a lot of companies right now hire sales closers and for big commissions as well. So the idea behind it is, if you know how to close, you can make quite a bit of money. And you can work from anywhere in the world doing that, as long as you can obviously work on their timeline. So that's the importance of sales. So I've known so many people in the past where they have, let's say, courses, and they want somebody to come in and close the people after they hit their CRM, or so for an appointments and whatnot. So definitely something that I'll highly recommend. You're always going to find jobs if you're good at closing. So you can make money online doing that. You're just aligning yourself with people who want to do that. I've seen people who will go and just sell and literally push all the business to someone else to fulfill, and they take fat checks. So that's something I will highly recommend if that's something that interests you. It's scary. Trust me, I was in sales. My stomach just turns when I just pick up the phone or do that. But some people love that and they thrive for it. So therefore, what if that's you? And if you're in the world right now that you're trying to experiment, definitely I would give it a shot. Other skill I'm going to talk to you about is video editor. Video right now is a big deal. Everybody's moving to video. Everybody is just it's such an important thing consuming right now on video on YouTube. So people don't have time and patience to do video editing. And for you guys, if you only learn two, which is Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro, or if you learn both, you'll be doing really well, and have patience. So that's the key word right there, is patience when it comes to videos, because people get very, I myself get very antsy. I can't spend 3, 4, 5 hours in there. And the price range goes from $20 per hour to $50 per hour. And in each video you're gonna edit, it's gonna be 3 to 4 hours. Therefore, that's a good amount of money that if you have 1 gig or 2 gigs a day, that's a couple $100s a day. That's pretty good. That'll be enough for you to quit your job. So, or have a good side hustle. So definitely something to consider and keep in mind. All right, guys. Proofreader is one of the top ones right now. Copywriting, proofreaders. This is one of the cool jobs right now that's been popping up, and there's high demand. So a lot of people write content, but proofreading is a big deal, just to make sure that the content right now has to be super quality, and Google loves good quality content, and the algorithm machine learning is constantly optimizing and looking for that. So therefore, knowing good, having an article that's proofread with no grammar, with some good copywriting in there, it's a superpower. And proofreading is really powerful. Last time we paid $100 per article. It's a very lengthy article, but we paid $100 for a proofreader that we got on Upwork. So therefore, highly recommend, if this is something that you're interested in, if it's I'm going to put a link here for a free training that one of the resources that we found for you guys. So definitely something to check out, because proofreading is a very powerful thing. And if you're really got English major and whatnot, and you're a mom, you're just sitting at home doing, working with your kids and whatnot, and then you have free time, proofreading might be a perfect one. Same as writing. So therefore, it's something that's you might want to take a look at, because it's still in demand. And we just did some researches here, and we found quite a bit of people that's looking for that. Cool, guys. The last skill I'm going to talk to you about is virtual assistant. This space is booming, and it's only going to continue booming because we are moving into the gig model. I'm myself an entrepreneur. I've got multiple. I've got 7 right now, 7 VAs. At one point we had like 10 plus VAs that they come and go. So VA is a virtual assistant. They can be based out of anywhere in the world, not nowhere. They can be based out of anywhere, and they can do their job. And their jobs, they could do variety of it. It could be video editing. It could be sending emails. It could be responding to email. It could be customer service. It could be customer support. It could be bookkeeping. So that a VA or virtual assistant role is a very broad role, and you can literally do that or create a team of VAs where you can serve business owners, as long as you can have a purpose and whatnot. So you can make a pretty good amount of money doing that if you have a team, or if you have just clients. You have 10 clients or 15 clients, they pay you $500 a month. That's really good. That's enough for you to quit your job and stuff. Cool, guys. I hope this skills were helpful. I hope they triggered some thoughts in your mind. to like start thinking about what you're gonna do or which one you resonate with. And if in the comment section, please just let me know which one you think you resonate with, and I will link to some sort of resources that we've had in the past. So to direct you to the right direction. So because it is important, there's a lot of information overload at the moment, but we've been in this space for a long time, and finally we're trying to push out some of the content for people. What a good time to be alive right now with the internet and all that stuff. So please subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified whenever we release videos. And I appreciate you guys, and talk to you guys soon. Take care. Cheers. They have tiers. They have front end, offer, mid. Cool, guys. Well, I hope these jobs or these skills were